E1MN, a state agency partnership advancing employment first. E1MN is a collaboration between the Minnesota Department of Human Services, the Minnesota Department of Education, and the Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development, working together to deliver a more seamless and timely employment support system. The slide shows the E1MN and State of Minnesota logos. As a waiver case manager, you play a critical role in supporting employment by helping the person monitor the services they get. Let's take a look at how the person monitor the services they get. Let's take a look at how you can fulfill that responsibility. During the engage, plan, and keep phases, services are delivered through a person's waiver. We'll start by looking at your role as a case manager during these phases. Participating in intake and each 45-day meeting is an important point of collaboration with the waiver employment service provider. During the intake, be sure to answer questions and communicate clear expectations of what will be done as part of the employment services. During the 45-day meeting, during the 45-day meeting, service provider about how things are going, service provider if there are areas of how things are going, and what is working areas of concern. Ask the person if they're happy with the service, what they're doing, the person if they're happy with the service, and what they're doing, increase, and the progress they're making. Change the service. If needed, increase, decrease, or change the service. Second, monitor progress that the employment services provider and the person are making during employment services. Ask the provider for regular progress updates and continue to check in on what's been done, what's working and not working, and if the person is making progress toward the expected outcomes of this service. Services provided in the engage and plan phase are both limited in duration. A person in the engage phase can receive employment exploration services for a maximum of 12 months, and employment development services in the plan phase are limited to 120 days. In some situations, a person might need to receive continued employment exploration or development services beyond the 12-month or 120-day timeframes. You can reauthorize the service if the person experiences one of the situations listed in the Community-Based Services Manual, CBSM, Employment Exploration Service, or Employment Development Service policies. To ensure these services are provided within these timeframes, it is important that you review the employment service provider's progress notes or reports and intervene if it appears the services are not occurring in a timely manner, expectations are not being met, or progress is not being made. Services in the keep phase can continue for as long as needed. It is still important to monitor the person's progress during this service, though. Sometimes a person needs a lot of support when they first start a job, and as they learn and get more comfortable, employment supports can decrease or even end. Sometimes they learn they need more support than originally expected. Adjust the service as needed. Finally, as you track the person's progress, look for indications that the person is ready to transition to other phases of the employment process. Remember to talk to the person to find out where they are at. For example, some people might go right from engage to find once they learn about employment. They might be ready to find a job. And some people in the keep phase may eventually want to look for new employment and return to the plan or find phases. If a person decides they do not want to pursue competitive integrated employment at this time, be prepared to help them transition to other services that support a full and integrated life. And remember to continue to have the conversations about employment in the future. They may not be ready today, but in 6 months or a year, things may be different, or they may change their mind. Finally, let's take a look at the find phase. VRS SSB staff take the lead role monitoring employment services during this phase, but it's important you stay up to date on the person's progress so you are prepared for the transition to keep phase services if or when the time arises. In the find phase, if the person needs long-term supports to maintain a job, VRS SSB will work with you to make sure those services are available to the person through the waiver. Additionally, during the find phase, be prepared to help the person adjust the other waiver services they have when they get a job. For example, they may need to adjust their waiver transportation, home care services, or day services to help with their job search or when they get a job. Collaboration with the VRS SSB counselor and the employment service provider is necessary at several points during the find phase. Some key points of collaboration are when the person starts working with VRS SSB, when you have questions, when you need to coordinate supports, and when the person is ready to move to the keep phase. By monitoring services, you are helping to achieve the shared vision. We will work together to align our systems so that people who are on HCBS disability waivers get seamless and timely supports to make informed choices and meet competitive, integrated employment goals.